Alright, so we started family residence, and I still had a very basic set of perk builds for this one. I had self-heal, bond, and I was able to see whether each of my teammates were injured. And in this match, we were going against Bubba, but I'm not sure why, but I have a very difficult time against Bubba. And as you can see, the match had just started, and mostly all my teammates were injured, and one of us was already hooked. I thought I was experienced against Bubba, but as you're about to see, I took the first damage in the first few seconds, and I wasn't able. This was my first time on this map, so I wasn't able to recognize the windows to vault. So that's why I was looking. That's why I ran straight into a wall. But fortunately, I still evaded his attack. And Bubba, well, what Bubba really tries to do is knock down as many pallets as possible with his abilities, since it is much faster than just regularly breaking it down. And then I go down. I get saved by one of my teammates, and I try to run towards a corner with a jungle gym to see if I can loop him in case anything goes wrong. And my teammate goes into a locker because they think the killer has barbecue and chili, and I'm trying to signal my teammate to help me. And eventually, they get out and start helping. And again, my teammate goes back into the locker to try to avoid barbecue and chili. I run it face first and trying to save my other teammates. Since we had 0 generators done, I don't think we were able to sacrifice any of our teammates just yet. And we start healing. I tried to find the nearest pallet, but most of them were broken during previous encounters with Bubba. And I wasn't sure who he was going to chase, and I started vaulting the window, which cost me the second time being hooked. The killer has incredible speed from what it seemed like in that game, and it really caught me off guard. It was one of the first times I had faced Bubba, and recently I've tried to find pallets that have like a loop that has the shape of an 8, and it seemed to work well. But in these games, I wasn't aware of a good strategy to fight against Bubba, so all of us do get knocked down easily. Here, I tried. Out of nervousness, I just dropped the pallet instantly, and that was actually a very bad decision. And I don't even try to think of where he's going, and I went straight ahead into him. Straight first. And then I get knocked down. And that cost me this first game. Alright, so here we start on the Groaning Storehouse. And as a heads up, we fight another Bubba. But this game was actually right after the previous one. Fortunately, I was able to get to the generator already, so we start working on it. And I'm also the obsession for this game. unfortunately my teammate messes up, and I'm already sure that the killer is gonna come straight for us. And we also have the signal of the heart glowing, telling us that he's already approached us. And my teammate goes down already. I don't think the killer was suspecting that there would be two of us so close to each other, so that's most likely why I got away. And from the previous match, I didn't really learn much on how to counter him. And the killer was arriving again, so I hid again in the locker. And those signs show that there's someone injured nearby. Those are the visual audio for someone that's injured, and you can see with Bond that someone injured is running away. And I managed to finish this generator just in time to try to rescue my other teammate. I see that they're in the basement, and I think that it could be extremely risky, so I at least start working on this generator. But it's actually, since there's audio visual cues, most of the time I start them only for like half a second and then leave, because I know that eventually I'll reach a range where it tells me where the generator is, and it makes it very easy to find them. Like once we're done with the first one, once we're done with one, we know that we popped the other one, so we can see it on the audio visual cue. But the killer finds me already, and I try to get away, and it works for a moment. But then I lead him to my other teammate, and I wasn't sure if he was gonna follow me or my teammate, but he leaves us alone. I just try to get as far away as possible, because of all I keep thinking about is the previous match in which all of us just died. And in the previous match, none of my teammates won, and no one made it to the hatch either. But here, it looked like we had a better chance since we only had 2 generators left, but there was only 2 of us left as well. And one of us was already hanged. I wasn't sure what to do at this point, other than just get away or try to see if there will be enough distance to rescue my teammate. And I noticed there's quite a bit of distance, so I go for the rescue. I ran straight in front of him to try to see if he would go after me, but unfortunately my teammate had the same idea, to go in and try to juke him to go in front, which caused him to get knocked down. I dropped the pallet, and I'm not sure where else to go, so I just run into the building and see what I can do, but there's not much to work with, so I run outside. And I wasn't looking behind me, which lets him reach up to me through the inside, and then I vault through the window, which was the worst idea I could do. And I try to hide into the locker to see if I could get him to hit me, but it doesn't work. And instead I just get out of the locker, and he's just waiting for me to get out until he can hit me. I know that we didn't have much of a choice, so I start struggling, but I don't make it. Thank you for watching the video, and hopefully I'm trying to upload the video with in-game commentary now that I have a lot more experience. And I'll see you guys later.